Hey y'all, grand rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Well, it looks like I took a few days to rest, but the news cycle most definitely did not rest when it comes to P. Diddy. So, on goes this series, deactivation season. I believe, let's see, this is part 4. So we're going to do a dive into the energy between the rivalry between Puffy and 50 Cents. It seems like every day there's another person that's added on to this energy because this man has more he has more enemies than he has hits. So without any further ado, I've already said my prayers off camera and I've cleansed my space. I thank you in advance to everyone who clicked on this video and who continues to support my channel and all of my content. I thank you for spending your time with me. I'm going to start off a little different this evening. And I usually do oracles last if I do them. But I'm going to start off with the dark mirror, because I know a lot of you like to know what cards I'm using. So I'm going to start off with the dark mirror and go from there. Energetically, it's all starting to cave in around Diddy because the energy that he used to have is dissipating. And what I mean by that is people are no longer afraid the way they used to be. And the backing that he used to have is dissolving. For the first time ever, he's starting to realize he's not superhuman and he can be affected as well. And it's starting to get scary. Alrighty. First card out, y'all. Alone in the world. Notice this is a naked woman laying on the bed with the sheets, you know, falling off the bed or whatnot. Now, the piece that got everything tumbling down was this very same energy. I'm going to see if I can cut this light up because I really don't want to cut on the bigger lights right now. Let's see. Okay, that might be. We're going to see. So, like I said, alone in the world. Her back is to the camera, so I believe I can show this. So you see how this, you know, mirrors the energy of those FOs, right? Now this is the energy around him, how he feels. Now he feels violated. Now he feels cold and dark and alone. And these cards also show the phases of the, excuse me, something tried to choke me. These cards also show the phases of the moon. And in this card, it's showing a half moon, which means we're only seeing part of what's going on. So for what it's worth, what we see is bad, but there's so much more to come. So much more that we don't see in the public. Let's see. Well, these flipped off, so I'm definitely I'm gonna acknowledge these. Forgetting oneself. Naked before the stars. Okay? So, forgetting oneself. This card is like a 3/4 moon. And it's like as more comes out, as more is divulged about him in the public, he finally has to come out of this selfish mentality. He finally has to come out of this arrogance and look at the bigger picture. And then you got Naked Before the Stars. So for Naked Before the Stars, because this is also another half moon, it's just in the opposite direction. See, the alone in the world is what we see as the public. The Naked Before the Stars is the other side that we don't see, which means he's being exposed before his peers. See, a lot of things have been whispered, a lot of things have been known, but now it's like things are being confirmed within the circles where, you know, things were once gossip or hearsay and people believed it because it fit a certain character. Now these things are actually, you know, being confirmed to where people are saying, you know what? I knew it. So he doesn't have a leg to stand on. There's no rock that he can crawl under right now. Queen of my world. Okay. And as you can see, Queen of my world is a full moon. So it's like now that everything is coming full circle, where things are going to become fully illuminated, because they haven't become fully illuminated yet, but they will be. The woman in red doesn't represent Cassie. She represents the Scarlet Whore. Now, if you know about the book of Revelations, then you know about the four horses of the apocalypse, and you know about the woman in red that represents a country, which is a superpower that pretty much set precedence over everything that you see in the industry. This woman in red represents a nation and a religious order. They are allowing everything to come full circle, to be seen, because just like when you get your start date, they already know your exit date, because everything goes by the numbers. See, this is something that either he forgot because he got so full of himself, or possibly someone failed to mention this to him when they allowed him to be in this position. Now that he's fallen from grace, this superpower is allowing the mask to be pulled off. They're allowing the covers to be pulled back. They're allowing people behind the velvet rope, and they're allowing the curtains to be open so that you can finally see his last performance. Perchance to dream. Now, this is a very interesting card, not just because of the depiction, because the depiction says a lot in itself, but these are two males. One that appears to be older and one that appears to be younger. The one that is younger has been crowned, but he has the appearance of looking as if he's about to expire. And as you can see here, pieces of this person is what they're wasting away. The king has no clothes. The emperor has no clothes. This older gentleman who would have initiated you through baptizing you into this order is also laying you to rest. Because even this person was told that you were supposed to be, or you are going to be, deactivated. Anger and chains. See, anger and chains is realizing that you are tied to a situation and there's nothing you can do about it. You can be mad, you can be frustrated, but there's nothing you can do about it. And it falls right under alone in the world. Yeah, hiding your true self. Once again, here's the scarlet whore. And it falls under forgetting oneself. The number is 14 on hiding thy true self, or hiding your true self. And in numerology, that reduces to 5. That is a number of conflict. So this is someone, or the someone's behind the scenes letting you know that you forgot who you were. You got so caught up in a character. You forgot your actual role. You forgot your actual position. Yep, masquerade. And it falls right under, this is another 3/4 moon, but notice this one is in the opposite direction, because the other 3/4 moon is forgetting oneself. Naked before the stars, masquerade. So now it's like you're trying to save face before all of your colleagues, before all of entertainment, because you're being exposed. This is going downhill way faster than he ever could have expected. Yes, atonement. See, for everyone that you stabbed in the back, you have to pay. Retribution you shall pay. Queen of my world. Falls right under the Scarlet Lady again. Like I said, you forgot the order. You forgot who you were. You forgot who you really were supposed to be, the role you were actually supposed to play. You got too big for your britches. Before I go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Obsession. Perchance to dream. Obsession. See, you got so caught up in the world that you built for yourself that you forgot that nightmares are dreams too. The same hands that once gave you life, that once gave you a career, are now the same hands that can choke the life out of your career. The same hands that fed you can now remove that silver spoon and starve you. Because you got out of line. See, it's not just that Puff was out of compliance for what he was doing in the industry. He was out of compliance for who he was doing certain things for. He forgot who was really in charge. Told y'all, he forgot who was really in charge. Triumph of lies. All these years, you have been successful due to bait and switch, telling people what they want to hear, offering one opportunity with one hand while taking another one back with the other. You are the master of 3-card Monty. Cassie is the first to beat you at your own game publicly. And it couldn't have happened at a better time, because when it happened, it just so happened that the stars were aligned. The situations were just right, because you were already on the outs with the people that you actually work for. See, artificial heart. This is who you are before everyone now. This naked before the stars. You walked around masquerading. Brother Love, Mr. Love. Everything is love. But it's not real. You decided to rebrand yourself. And none of it is real. Today for tomorrow. Yeah. You live real good for today, but you forgot to plan for tomorrow. Never crossed your mind that one day will be that day. There was a song, I want to say he had a compilation back in, it was 96. The chorus said, Mama always told me one day it would happen, but she never told me when. She said it would happen when I was much older, but she never told me when. Is this the end? This is what this card represents. You live real good for today, but eventually tomorrow will come. And when that right tomorrow comes, it is the beginning of the end. Because you stepped out of line, everybody, not just your employers, but everybody gets to get revenge. Now we're going to step off into the energy that is attached between he and 50 Cent. Because 50 Cent is definitely getting all his licks in, and he's very public about it, and he's going to continue to be public about it until, you know, he has whatever it is that he desires to have out of this situation. Let's see. I want to make sure I pick the right deck. Okay, I'm going to go with the Supernatural deck. I've been trying to, I love the Lenormands and classic style tarot, but I've been trying to stay away from them because YouTube flags those due to nudity. So I'm going to use one deck for 50 Cent and another one for Puffy, because I feel like the last card, the revenge card, pretty much sums up the energy that 50 has. And see, one thing about a Cancer, when you get them to move against you, it may take them a while, because Cancers will, you know, selectively move. They will sidestep and sidestep and sidestep, but when they finally come live and direct, they come when they know that they got you. And once they get a hold of you, they don't let go. Now, the deck that I'm going to use for 50 is going to be this one right here. And it is the Influence of the Angels Tarot. And we're going to tap into what this issue is that Puff has. Excuse me, that Puff has with 50 and 50 has with Puff. Okay, as soon as I said 50 has with Puff, literally this flame on my candle just, it started popping. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. So right now, 50 is really thinking about empires, building money, wealth. We're talking about generational wealth. 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. He's sowing seeds for all different types of ways of making income. We're talking about diversifying all types of, I want to say like diversifying his portfolio, media outlets, different types of projects. Now, I do remember 50 has a publishing company where he was putting out books, and he started that in the early to mid 2000s. And I feel like that's prevalent. Remember I said that, y'all, because it's something to do with literature. Ace of Pentacles. I told y'all, this is stability, okay? This is the big money. Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is that slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise and the hare. Of course, the hare can get there faster, but the tortoise, no matter how slow he moves, will always get there. And this feels like the type of energy of somebody who is very meticulous, somebody who's a thinker, somebody who has been planning for a very long time, an awful long time. We got Strength and 4 of Wands. Okay? Now, remember my last reading, guys, if you've been watching this series, when I was talking about strike while the iron is hot. And he is coming through like a roaring lion. This man is thinking about the ultimate stability, and he's going to take whatever piece of the pie is that Puffy, you know, may have had. This is 4 of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. Intriguing enough how this card works. You see this person sitting here, and they've got this book on the top of their head, You know, this is supposed to represent pentacles, but that represents a pentagram on top of this person's head. And this person is sitting here with these two pentacles, and one is on the ground with this chest, this box. Nobody knows what's in the box. See, this is a part of this plan. See, 50 spoke on having such said items when it comes to pictures and possible videos. But there's something that he has that's alarming. And see, this chest, nobody knows what's in this chest. But see, he's been stacking and compiling all types of evidence on everybody for years. Because I told y'all, this man is a thinker. He plays mental chess all the time. This is the wrong person to have your information and to do dirty. Now, Cancers can be very loyal. They can even be loyal to a fault to the wrong person. When they're loyal, they'll take your secrets to the grave. When you cross them, they'll be the last nail in the coffin when it's time to say goodbye. The Cancer can be the emotional person that is also the pallbearer at your funeral. This is not a person to play with. It's not a person to be played with. He's been sitting and waiting, allegedly, a very long time. This goes beyond this man possibly being petty. Yes, we know he can be petty, sometimes even downright catty in social media. But don't ever mistake his intelligence and his ability to be a thinker. He can be very cunning. Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. See, this is like him swiftly coming in with the communication, letting it be known. See, he's breadcrumbing. Page of Pentacles can either be a, apology or breadcrumbing. Okay? He's breadcrumbing. For what it's worth, for what he's telling people he has, I'm telling you guys, 50 got some stuff that'll knock your socks off. So it's quite interesting to me because I knew he was baiting Puffy into a situation where he was trying to get him to come outside, get him to reveal himself so that he could drop more information allegedly. But this is showing me he came in swiftly with the communication of what he said. And what he's saying is not that it's not true, because he can walk it like he talks it, y'all. But what he's saying is like a trail of breadcrumbs that could eventually lead to the whole entire bakery. And see, the bottom of this deck, energetically, allegedly, this is the energy that Puffy is in. The Nine of Swords. No rest for the weary, no rest for the wicked. Unable to sleep. Y'all, 50 got this man on the ropes. He got him on pins and needles. Because allegedly what it looks like is Puffy knows that 50 is playing with him. This is like a cat with a ball of yarn. He has yet to let the other shoe drop. See, we think, oh my gosh, well, he just co-signed Cassie's story. He co-signed Cassie's story as a dog whistle to Puffy. Puffy knows what that means is, you know I got more, right? You know I really know what's going on, right? Queen of Swords. And see, this Queen of Swords would be, this would be Cassie, because she's standing up, she's speaking up. A Queen of Swords means business. She's coming straight, no chaser, straight down the middle. And whatever she says, as long as she's in the upright, you could take it to the bank. And see, you've got this Ace of Wands, which represents that big D energy, right? And then over here, Five of Cups, unrequited offer, deep, heavy regret, remorse. So that's letting it be known that what she's saying about him and his sexual energy is bringing deep, heavy regret, because she is in the upright. So she is stating some very truthful information. And that's why it's a hard pill to swallow. Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles falling under the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, baby. 50, you a cold piece of work. You a cold piece of work. You a dangerous enemy to have. Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration, cooperation, working together in tandem. There's an unforeseen hand in this situation. And they're working together in tandem to get to this Ten of Pentacles. Allegedly, y'all, they're going to drain Puffy like a pool. Completely clean them out. Everybody is co-signing everybody's stories, which makes it easier for everybody who has actual stories to get money and settle. See, a lot of these people who are going to come before his legal team, they're not going to announce anything. Nothing's going to come out to the public. Numbers are going to be drawn up between lawyers. Paperwork is going to be signed. People are going to get whatever they get, and they're going to go on about their business. Not everybody is going to be successful with this, but enough will be. Remember, I told y'all, remember, what was the movie that Aaliyah did? Queen of the Damned. No one vampire was strong enough to take Akasha down alone. But when they all band together and they all attacked her in unison, they were all able to bite her and drain her and bleed her dry until she was no more. That's what this Three of Pentacles under this Ten of Pentacles is. They're taking him down one peg at a time, $1 at a time, one settlement at a time, one accusation at a time. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a fighting card, even willing to physically fight. Over this Ace of Pentacles. Honey, listen. The gloves are off. All bets are off. Behind the scenes, what we don't see, for everyone who got upset because Cassie didn't take this to trial, honey, she made this do what it was supposed to do. Because she led the charge, and now you have all types of movements silently moving behind the scenes doing the same thing. And they're not bringing any attention to this, but they're all getting why the getting is good. Knight of Pentacles to the Empress. So here we go, 50. Now we cooking with hot grease. Because I've been trying to, just let this reading rock. Because sometimes I just do a reading without a particular guide to the energy, because it'll allow the energy to come out in a more well-rounded form. That revenge, remember I said I wanted to get to the bottom of what the energy was between 50 and Puff that would make him want revenge. Puffy, you dealt with his baby mama. Empress is the baby mama. Knight of Pentacles means it was drawn out, because the Knight of Pentacles takes his time. So you dealt with the mother of his child, one of the mothers of his son, for an extended period of time. Ain't that about nothing? For Puffy to be as territorial as he is over his women and his past women, can't nobody touch what he is. But he just had that same respect for the next man and the next man's baby mama. Eight of Cups. You caused the ultimate demise between 50 and his baby mother's Four of Wands, their household, their family, and stability. That's where this energy is coming from. See, people thought it was just because Puff had possibly flirted with 50 Cent in the past. You put your sausage in 50's territory, allegedly. And you started war. It was slow, and it was like watching a pot boil, just waiting for the moment that eventually it was going to boil over. And now it is. So now that we get to the Temperance, this Temperance angel, this angel in disguise that falls under this Queen of Swords. That gave balance through a new beginning. And see, 50, so to speak, would be that angel in disguise to a certain extent, because not only is he co-signing that this man was abusive to Cassie, he's stating that he has evidence, pertinent evidence, that not only backs up her story, but is so concrete that she doesn't even have to tell her story if he releases the evidence, because the evidence is in living color. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Magician is a manifester, but also a manipulator. They can manifest through manipulation. Now, remember I told y'all, Puffy is the biggest 3-card money shark in the industry, because he offers deals that never pay out, but he always collects. 50 is giving him a taste of his own medicine. his get back is going to bring stability. 4 generations worth of stability. Because 4 of Pentacles is not only just the card of being stubborn, but it's the card that represents stability financially, generational wealth. And there it is. The Master Manifester falls under the Ace of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. His way of fighting you back, getting his lick back, is to make sure that he hits you where it hurts. He can solidify statements made against you that can put you in a position, allegedly, to be put on review through morality clause by all of the companies that you are contracted for and through. And once they have a second look at your morality, it affects your money. See, 50 ain't been broke in a long time, so he's not going to walk up to you, punch you in the face, and handle you the way he may have back in the day. That's not how wealthy people fight. He's fighting him in the way that wealthy people would fight. I'm going to attack your money, allegedly. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you juggled his baby mama, dealt with her for an extended period of time, but even though it was for an extended period of time, it wasn't even the long way. But it was enough for him to say, you know what? I'm good. I'm done with her. She for the streets. But because this is somebody I have a family with, I'm always have a bone to pick with you. Allegedly. So let me tap into Puff's energy, and then we're going to bring this one to an end. What is Puff's energy on his side of this back and forth between him and 50 Cent? The Emperor. Okay, so he still sees himself as the one who has control over everything. He sees himself as the alpha. Bottom of the deck, Page of Goblets. He feels like he should, apologize to him because he is superior to him. Y'all, this is a royal pissing match like none ever seen. And we're talking about 2 water signs. So we're talking about 2 people that can be very deep in their feelings, and it leads to explosive actions. Because water can be unpredictable, it can be very gentle, and it can come in and wreck everything. So we've got the 9 of Wands. In this deck is the 9 of Bones. And the Moon. So behind the scenes, I don't know if y'all can hear that on camera, but this flame is really popping. Behind the scenes, Puffy is really feeling some type of way. He's really wounded by this situation in secret. And see, he's a Scorpio. Scorpios are very vengeful. Yeah. 10 of Knives, which would be the 10 of Swords. He feels very, very betrayed. Because this is a card of truth. 50 isn't hitting him with anything that's zhuzhed up. He's not giving you half of the story and, you know, half of a fabrication. He's saying things that cut deep because they are represented by an energy of truth, allegedly. Six of Pentacles. And this deck is the Six of Pentagrams. This is the card of money that is received without working for it. So this would be the card of settlements. Due to this energy of truth, you're giving out large settlements. And he feels like, allegedly, 50 is putting him in the energy to have to pay out a lot of money, unearned income, huge amounts of unearned income through settlements. Ace of Bones. Okay. So, like I said, y'all, big D energy is popping up in this deck too. The settlements are coming from these FOs and these possible adult type events, allegedly. King of Bones. Okay, so we're talking about action. That would be, you know, Puff trying to consider what action he should take against these actions, because here it is. This person is sitting here, you know, reading these documents, going over this paperwork. And also, this would be, it makes it kind of funny looking at this, y'all. But look at how this person is snickering. They're literally smirking, looking at something that is on this paper. Like they have something or they know something that somebody doesn't know. Being that this is a card of action, is what are you going to do with the information you have, and what all do you have? Strength. Okay. Puffy's trying to hold it together, especially for the court of public opinion, because he getting windmilled down in every direction. The Two of Swords. Hold on. What is this attached to it? I don't know why when I do his reading, cards are stuck together. Oh, yeah. See, Two of Knives to the Four of Bones. That means there is an ending to his, you know, stability, his family life, his relationships. He's being cut off from any type of, you know, potential marriage and relationship and financial stability and just, you know, whatever stability in life that he's accustomed to due to all these secrets, the Moon. Because it feels to me that at some point, allegedly, 50 had plans to marry this woman, to continue their family, and he feels like you stole that from him. Once that woman touched you, she was, you know, damaged goods for good. And due to this past energy, you're facing judgment, but 50's going to make sure that he's one of the judges that slams that gavel when it's all said and done. He's going to help to make sure he solidifies that you're cut off from your stability. I really don't know if y'all can hear this flame on camera. It is literally crackling and popping, and it's jumping like crazy. It's a lot of energy around the hurt and the emotion that 50 feels about things that transpired with his family unit, because Cancers are very, very in tune with, you know, home, family, rearing of the children. A Cancer man, you know, is more into, you know, having children and pregnancy than any other man in the zodiac. So it's like you really robbed him of something that was special for him, allegedly. High Priestess, okay, which falls under the Ten of Swords. I told y'all, here it is again. Empress and the Sun. So that right there lets me know the ultimate betrayal was what you did in secret with the baby mother, and it was illuminated, the Sun. And it's so interesting to me. Five of Swords. This is what the real harsh communication is about. Like, he already didn't really mess with you like that. He didn't deal with you, because I'm getting that he got weird vibes, weird energy off of you, but it wasn't enough for him to come for you. That was just, you know, the cherry on top of the cake, so to speak. The hair to, you know, that straw that breaks the camel's back was the energy of, this feels like y'all were creeping while they were still together, allegedly. Oh, y'all, if you can see what this flame is doing as soon as I said y'all were creeping. Yep, Two of Wands. Baby, listen. Two of Wands, that means there was a choice. The Lovers, that means y'all collaborated and he found out the truth. Falling under the Ace of Blades. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit and the Hierophant. Once he got his mind wrapped around everything, the Hermit, he decided to go off to himself. He decided to investigate, to figure out how far things went. And once he did, he decided in that moment, allegedly, he was going to become your judge, your jury, and your executioner. So I'm going to end this reading here. Oh, let me pull one more card. Oh, wait a minute. These, they started to stick together. Page of Goblets. Yeah, he's going to make you apologize by giving out all these windfalls. Allegedly. Boom. Eight of Bones, which means the Eight of Wands. It's going to happen swiftly. And that Cassie situation, no lie, that's the swiftest I've ever seen. So, yeah. This is my reading on Sean Puffy Combs Deactivation Season Part 4. What's really good between you and 50 Cent? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or thy neighbor's goods. 50. He never forgave you. For milling around in his backyard. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here. This reading is adjourned. And thank you, everybody, Have a wonderful evening. Looks like deactivation season is, I don't even know if this series is going to stop, because I have probably like another 6 or 7 readings to go. But I appreciate every last one of you. I appreciate all of your support. Have a good evening. See there, Puffy? You don't want nobody to touch your nexus and your exes, but you got all this grief because you was dealing with somebody else's woman. The very thing that sets you off, you did it to someone else, allegedly. Good night, y'all.